read by Fred about a month ago to do this tag, and here I am finally sitting down to film it. Right, Nola? So this book tag, oh boy, off, Nola. Hello everyone, it's me, Jess. How's everyone doing? So I'm here to do a book tag today because I'm a little bit behind on my book tags. I was tagged by Fred. Why haven't I read this book yet? Tag. Why haven't I read these books yet? I question without an answer. Because I cannot clone myself. Because as of yet, I have not been able to clone myself in quadruple. I joke. I jest. I was tagged by Fred from Read by Fred. The original tag for this was created by Greg at Another Bibliophile Reads. And the original idea for this was by a woman named Crystal at Fiber Artsy Reads. I hope I got those right. I will put their channel links in the description box below if you want to check them out. So this is a very simple tag, which is good because I don't have time to film a long video this week. Unfortunately, I'm just swamped with work and we had a burst pipe in the basement. So I've been putting out fires? No, putting out, what would that be? Anyway, I've been a little busy this week. So this tag includes, how many books? It includes 5 books. So it's by a type of book, and it asks you to look on your bookshelf and see, you know, why haven't you, I don't know if you're supposed to look on your bookshelf or if it's just, yeah, look and see what you have and why you haven't read it. Or I think the original book tag was that he'd seen a book talked about on someone else's channel and had mused about, why haven't I read that book yet? So in that spirit, in the spirit of this idea, we have a classic book, a fiction book, a nonfiction book, a genre book, and a book that you've owned for the longest time but not read yet. So let's jump right in. The classic that I have not read yet, that I've been meaning to read for quite some time, among others, is The Blue Flower by Penelope Fitzgerald. I just haven't gotten to it. There's no specific reason. It's not like I'm intimidated or there's any particular reason why I haven't read this book yet. It's just that I haven't gotten to it yet. It's not even on my list of the classics that I want to read this year. But now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I will read this book. I really want to read it. It's Doris Lessing called it a magic little book. So if that's not an endorsement, I don't know what is. The Blue Flower is set in the small towns and great universities of the late 18th century Germany. It tells apparently the true story of Frederick von Hardenberg, a passionate, impetuous student of philosophy who will later gain fame as the romantic poet Novalis. I don't want to read the whole back. I have this thing, if you're new to my channel, where I don't like reading the whole back of the synopsis because I don't want to know, I like to go into these things without knowing too much, but I have heard that this is really, really, really good. And I really want to read it. Just haven't gotten to it yet. So that's the classic that I'm including for this tag. And thank you so much, by the way, to Fred for tagging me. That's fun. So that's the classic that I haven't read yet, but I really don't know why. With all of these, I'm not sure why I haven't read them yet. The fiction book that I haven't read yet, that I've been meaning to read, that's been on my TBRs, that I don't even know where it ended up, why it didn't get wrapped in my TBR. I don't think I missed it because I think it was on my TBRs for 2021. Anyway, that would be Homegoing by Ya Jassy. I don't know why this, it's funny too because I almost kind of forgot about this book. And I was in a bookstore, and you know when you're in a bookstore and there's a list of books that people recommend, this was on you know, the shelf of recommendations, and I was like, yeah, I really want to read this. I don't know why I haven't read it yet. This is a book about 2 sisters, half-sisters, born into different villages, each unaware of the other. again in the 18th century in Ghana. And I think the story follows their two lives. One will marry an Englishman and lead a life of comfort, yes, in the palatial rooms of the notorious Cape Coast castle, and the other will be captured in a raid on her village, imprisoned in the very same castle, and shipped off to America to be sold into slavery. Oh my gosh, I really want to read this. I don't know why I haven't read this. I'm like, I should read it now, but there's so many books that I want to read. But yes, I really want to read this. Maybe I'll wrap it. Maybe I should wrap it and add it to my Wrap Your TBR. Yes. I think I'm going to do that. Right now, everyone, we thought this was going to be a short video. It's not. This is actually a little bit silly because why wouldn't I just wrap all the books that are here? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just going to wrap this one. I'm just going to wrap this one because I don't know. I'm weirdly obsessed. I really want to read this book, so I'm going to wrap it. And it's funny because I'm going to recognize the, hello, are you going to help me wrap? Can you get off me, please? It's the paper, guys. It's the paper. Okay. You're going to help me wrap. Yeah. All right. Now, I don't want you to eat the paper, dude. Good boy. Oh, you're a good boy. You're such a good boy, Noah. Anyway, yes. So that's the fiction book that I want to read, and I am going to add it to my wrapped books. Oh, my subscribers must think I'm so bananas. Or maybe I'm not bananas at all. I just think that I am really, like, that it's really something. No, I have my camera. I don't have my camera on a tripod today. I have it just balanced on some books. So I apologize ahead of time because it's going to shake a little. I apologize ahead of time. I'll try to edit out the shaky parts. I know. I should be more careful. But I really wanted to film today, and I have so much to do. And yeah, I'm cutting corners, guys. I didn't want to pull out my tripod, if you can believe it. All right, so homegoing, I've wrapped it. It's gonna go on in my wrapped pile for my Wrap My TBR. Because I really want to read it so bad. Oh my gosh, why haven't I read these books yet? That's the fiction book, Homegoing by Yaa Gyasi. And then the nonfiction book, I've had this book for so long, and I was so excited to read this when I bought it, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I think part of the reason I haven't gotten to it yet is because it was on a bookshelf that I don't pass by as often, like not in the bookshelves that are behind me, but on a bookshelf in another room. So I think that's partly why. This is The Untold Lives of the Women Killed by Jack the Ripper. And I'm calling it nonfiction. It's historical biography is how it's described. And that's the category it was in when it won. It was the winner of the Goodreads Choice Award for History and Biography. So yeah, I really want to read this book. I think it would be really interesting and captivating. And I don't know why I haven't read it yet. I'm going to move it from the shelf where it was to the shelf behind me in the hopes that maybe that will make the difference. Who knows? There really are no good reasons why I haven't read these books yet. I know that sometimes it's because of, like, maybe this one I have a good reason. I don't know. This is the last one. Oh no, I didn't pick a genre book. What would be a genre book that I haven't read yet? Ooh, that's tricky. I don't know. Is a family saga a genre? I'm going to say a family saga is a genre. Okay. This book, Pachenko, which is a family saga, which was turned into a Netflix series, which I picked up in, I think, my local book box. Maybe this is historical fiction because it's like the history of Korea, or it's the history of a Korean family in Japan, enduring and prospering. I would say this is okay, so why haven't I read this book yet? I think it's probably really good. I've heard really good things about it, but it's long. This has got to be a reason for a lot of people. I don't know, it's long, and I don't know why I'm so resistant to reading this book. I think it's got to be the saga, the family saga aspect. I mean, I don't know if I love a good family saga. Maybe it's the genre itself, but I do like historical fiction. It does sound interesting. I'm not ready to like get rid of it or unhaul it or what have you. But yeah, I haven't read this yet. If you read Chenko, let me know if I should hop to it and if I'm really missing out, because I keep meaning to read it, but it's just there are other books that I'm more excited about reading than this one. Okay, so that's a genre book. And then the book that's been on my shelf for the longest, which is The Last Prompt, the book owned for the longest time but not read yet, has to be On Beauty by Zadie Smith. And I not only do I have one, I have 2 copies. I bought this book twice thinking I didn't own it. That's not good, right? That's bad. I have read White Teeth by Zadie Smith, which I really, really liked. And when I first started up my booktube channel and I was picking out my TBR for the Tis the Damn Readathon, I was trying to choose between On Beauty and NW by Zadie Smith. And I had people on my Instagram vote and they voted for NW. But yeah, there's really no good reason. I clearly want to read this book because I bought 2 copies of it. So there's no good reason. It's just, it could just be that it's because it's an author that I've already read. And I loved White Teeth, but I had trouble with NW or Northwest. So then I think maybe I was like, oh, maybe I don't want to, maybe I need to take a little break from Zadie Smith, but that's not a good reason. Anyway, I don't have a good reason. I've heard it's really good as well. So yeah, that's probably the book that I've had the longest. I mean, I might have owned other books longer. I don't know, but I've definitely had that book for quite some time. Yeah, that was a really fun tag. Thanks again for tagging me, Fred. I am going to now tag people. For some reason, I don't know why YouTube doesn't like my channel, but I don't have the community tools that other people have. Apparently, you're still able to get these community tools even with fewer than 500 subscribers. I thought you needed 500 subscribers, but I don't have them. So when I tag people in my description, in the description box, you won't see it. So you will only know you were tagged if you're watching. So for that reason, I am tagging people who I think watch with some regularity. So I'm going to tag Kevy from Say Kevy because I know you watch and you comment so often, and I'd be curious to see what your answers are. And I'm going to tag Stephanie from Time to Read because I think you're a new subscriber to my channel and you commented recently. And I don't think you've done this tag yet, so I'd be curious to see. And I'm also going to tag Erin. I hope I'm pronouncing your last name correctly, Erin Facer, because Erin just had some really nice things to say about my channel and tagged me in another tag, which I'm going to, I promise, film soon. Yeah, consider yourselves tagged. And if you're watching my channel and you have a YouTube channel and you want to do this tag, I say go for it and let me know in the comments below if you decide to do it. I'd love to see what your answers are. I don't know. Are these books going to move to my upcoming TBRs? Who knows? Who really knows? Homegoing could be next. Homegoing could be next. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you soon with another video. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. Be attacked. Stop! What are you doing? Oh. I don't have a wrap-up for you just yet. I'm probably going to do a wrap-up for... You know what? Never mind. Don't worry about my schedule. My YouTube upload schedule can wait. I don't need to explain it to you. But let's stick to the tech. 5 books.
Hello, booktube.
Hi, Fred.